Job cuts, Greg, hitting home tonight. The IRS slashing thousands of jobs, including some right here in Central Florida. Some 6,000 workers were let go nationwide. That includes workers in Florida at offices in Melbourne, Lakeland, Daytona Beach, Jacksonville, Tampa, and in Miami. Our ABC News sources telling us it's about 300 jobs across the state so far, but IRS employees involved in the 2025 tax season were told they could not accept buyout offers until mid-May after the tax filing deadline, so more layoffs are indeed possible. Channel 9's Melanie Holt is live outside the IRS office in Melbourne. And Mel, this all unfolded this morning.
At about 11 a.m., that's when those emails arrived in inboxes at this office. But around Central Florida, we're talking about 100 plus employees laid off, and the union that represents them says this may just be the first round of cuts. Around the state, more than 300 new IRS employees are off the job.
I honestly was not worrying until the last moment because I really thought I would be safe because of my probationary period was almost over and they really weren't telling us too much.
At 11 a.m., former IRS revenue agent Michelle Clark learned all she needed to know when she was among a group of probationary employees who received an email terminating their positions with the IRS office in Melbourne.
My year would have been next week.
Now she and some of her former co-workers are contemplating their next move. Christopher Napier left a job as a data scientist with the state of Florida to join the IRS.
Right, laying off hundreds of thousands of people will impact the economy, and so it's going to be hard for us who are fired to find new jobs. But it's also going to impact those that are employed in the private sector because contracts are getting cut. Us federal employees won't have the money to spend at stores and things, so it's going to impact local businesses.
Napier and Clark aren't sure how many of their former co-workers may be joining the job hunt. And soon, federal employees from NASA and other agencies may be joining them. We learned today about 5% of NASA's workforce accepted the resignation offer in the deferred resignation program, and the possibility of involuntary separations remains.
So I never would have thought that this is how it would end after just a year, but hopefully better things are to come.
Now, the National Treasury Employees Union also told me that it's received calls already from now former IRS employees saying that one of the things cited as part of their termination was poor performance. But their job reviews said just the opposite. Live here in Melbourne, Melanie Holt, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.